Alright, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, gals and ghouls of all ages, hello! You're just bod squatting? Excellent. Alright, we're gonna go. We're no fancy thing today. We're just going for this shit. Alright. Oh wait, I gotta get my legs to work. Ah, fuck, I should've got my legs to work. Ah, whatever, it's fine. Alright. Sorry, we're a little bit late to our meeting, so we're working on it. Alright. Put my legs there. Okay, we're gonna have to just really quickly put on our full body. We're doing this. Hello, guys. How are you? Good day, sir. Today we're doing Black Lotus shit, which if you don't know, Smile, yeah, she's a part of the Black Lotus, which is effectively supposed to be the guys that, like... Nice place. David. David. Social? Armory. Social? Armory. How much do you want to bet he's actually in the armory? Actually, he's probably being the social, admittedly. They let the unintended... Hello? Fine, I'll go the social first. But if they're not there, it's not my problem. You know, stuff happened. Things and stuff. Stuff and things. Had another dream, but, you know. Be like that sometimes. David? Ah, there he is. Sup?
It's just they had to have me under observation anyways. Hi, Percy.
I understand.
Sup?
70.
Am I the first one here?
So far, us three are the only three at the moment. I'm expecting
three?
maybe one or two more people. You, Mr. Higgs, me.
He doesn't even... Fine.
No, I'm not a part of the organization, but I know a lot of things.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Let me look at the plants. Tell me when we're actually meeting.
All right.
Find out, I guess. Well, I have a lot of thoughts. A lot of thoughts and a lot of things. Is this lettuce? Are they growing lettuce? They're growing lettuce, aren't they? I mean, it makes sense to grow, you know, a food source in the vacuum of space. This song is way too loud. I'm gonna put some other music in my headphones. Ooh. That could work. Sorry, it's fine. We're in dream stuff. I don't know. You heard what I said that... Hi.
All good?
Yep, just looking at your lettuce. Your
Yeah.
actual fucking lettuce. I wasn't making a joke. It makes
I
sense.
think it's for the oxygen. I'm not sure.
I mean, it also makes sense for the food. Like, because, you know, you're kind of... living stuff.
It's also true. This whole facility here was originally, I might be wrong, but was originally provided by Mr. Chow.
Sounds about right.
Establishment of the Black Lotus. Yes. You don't
Who
seem to have
handed
thought
you
about
the...
Mr. Higgs.
Just not fond of him being here when we're supposed to be having a very specific meeting with very specific people. The whole point of us is not that we're not supposed to exactly be, you know, out.
He's already aware about the Black Lotus.
Great.
Unfortunately, at the time, it's my fault. But I had forgotten, if I'm being honest. He sent me a message literally a few hours ago requesting a position within the Black Lotus.
How did he even...
I denied it.
Okay. So he didn't know until... I'm confused.
He's known from us.
He just wants to be a part of it now? What changed? The fact that Sachi isn't here anymore? That seems suspicious.
I imagine that has something to do with it.
Sounds like just a power grab.
I don't think so. He has a good heart.
Don't know him enough.
I know him bloody well enough to say he is. I can trust him. We fought at the tower.
You got a lot of people at the tower.
Did. A lot of people at the tower we now consider one another family. In a weird way.
Except the ones that were trying to kill you for a wish. Is that still happening,
None of
by the
them
way?
were. Tower just disappeared months ago. No one knows where it went.
Sorry.
It's all right. Most of us, if not all of us except for one, were able to get over it pretty quickly.
Who couldn't get over it?
Mr. Nomad. Last time I talked with him, he was not doing very well.
Well, I know the person that was gonna kill everyone then.
He was.
So while we're sitting here. First off, are we being recorded? People hear us?
No. There's only one thing. I think there's an AI that runs this facility, but it doesn't peak. It's very, very base programming. It's simply set up to maintain the systems, which is good because I'd be lying if I said I knew how to maintain half of it.
Okay, fair. So where do you stand on all this? Told you you're not fired.
Yeah, I found that one out. Thank you very much, by the way. As far as where I stand on this, we're going to conversate about that tonight. I don't... I mean, to tell you the truth, one of the reasons I wanted to have this conversation is to delegate whether or not we need to be doing something dramatic or if we shouldn't be doing something dramatic.
The only thing we should be doing is working with Hound. He has a plan. A plan to save Sachi. I'll tell you guys all about it.
Good. It'll help maybe alleviate my mind a bit.
Once we save Sachi, none of this will matter anyway. We just gotta get him back as soon as possible.
It's true. However, I feel that hierarchy definitely needs to be updated. That's a conversation for me to have with Mr. Sachi, though.
Sure. There's definitely some people in the Lotus that have been poking up and talking that should not be. I've seen Tish all of 3 times. I've seen X all of 2 now. Maybe, well, the other one was maybe 4, but like 2 days in a row. Ooh. It all seems like a power grab to me. And I don't like it. I want them both in the ground. But if Sachi did put them in charge, they put them in charge for a reason, or put them in authority for some reason. I just want Tish to stop running his fucking mouth. He's only making the problem worse.
I don't know anything about Mr. Tish. But
They're a pencil
I
pusher.
don't know.
I think they're like an accountant or something. I'm not too sure. But again, I've seen them all 3 times. And, you know, surprise, surprise. When all the shit starts going south, when we have a power vacuum, what we're dealing with, suddenly everyone fucking comes out the woodwork thinking they know best.
Which is why I wanted to have this meeting.
Yeah. Who are you expecting?
I had been expecting Miss Blair, new member.
Blair.
I don't know if she's going to be showing up.
She the one with the...
one of the twins.
Okay.
Teddy Bear is, yes. Miss Blair, Mr. Daniel, you, Mr. Higgs, and Miss Everest.
Okay.
Miss Everest will more than likely be getting inaugurated today.
Okay.
As well as Miss Blair, if she does show up.
Right. Let's find out. Oh yeah, Blood, I'll take care of that. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and do that. Sorry, but yes.
I always felt like this was way too much. This was way too much.
Chow light shit big.
Chow does so many things. Big, yes, I was about to say.
He doesn't know the meaning of enough. If he'd have... Well, if he had a sin, it would be gluttony. Consume, take, more. But he's brilliant, so, you know, that helps. And if you're listening to me, Chow, I say it with love. Ha ha ha.
There's a problem with sticking with things, though.
You haven't explored this place in total yet?
I've been working on it for the past couple of months. Go visit with Mr. Higgs. I believe Mr. Daniel has arrived. I'm going to go find him. He's probably lost.
Yeah, the only reason I popped in is I was about to pop into the armory, so, you know.
Be right back.
Go get him. Sup?
I actually have no idea how to respond to that. It's been a day.
What happened to the meat rack earlier? Looked like you had a bug up your ass.
Yeah, I didn't mean to run over you and your friend like that. I apologize to your friend. I wasn't able to apologize to you. I had to get
More
upstairs
important things.
quick. Yeah, it was involving Athena and
What happened with that? It wasn't my business, so I was stepping back. It wasn't my place.
It's I'm in a bit of a precarious situation. I'm infected pretty heavily. I mean, you could tell that by the color change most likely, but right now I'm the only organic that can absorb Ethereum, or at least move it. So Athena sees me as an asset, which is important because if I don't establish that, she'll probably try to come kill me.
Why would she try to kill you? Because you're infected?
She said so herself. She said, "Why aren't you dead?" Basically. And I explained to her why. That, and I'm trying to work the problem that we all have at the current moment. That's why I figured I would talk to
Yeah, you guys took over the fucking meat rack for your stupid conversation. Next time you want to have a private conversation, try to do it off of someone else's property. That's Hamsky's place.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
No, it was, No, yeah, and it wasn't, I was hoping to have the conversation with, Athena, Calypso, whatever. Hoping to have it at the Purple Lotus or somewhere else, honestly. It just kind of happened. I felt bad for Hamsky. Him and his folks, they don't deserve to be dragged into this shit. They've never deserved to be dragged into this shit. That's why we built the neutralizer on purpose, was because we wanted to get them out of it. But here they are in the middle of it.
They're strong. They've lived in that fucking zone when we just go and visit it. We gotta visit it to go and fight the baddies. They have to live in it. You're gonna live in.
I found them.
Daniel?
Howdy.
Hey, Everest.
Hey.
Hello, Persephone.
That's new. I didn't expect you in pink, but pop off, Queen.
In pink.
That's his thing. What?
It looks pink to me.
It's more red, but
Lightish red.
everyone sees it different.
You don't have to come in combat gear, by the way, Mr. Daniel. We don't plan on going out into battles
I'm not
tonight,
in
unless you
combat
want
gear.
to.
This is pretty much what I've always worn to these meetings, so why so?
Fun.
All right.
Alright.
All right. Whatever makes you comfortable. All right. Being as most of us are here, I suppose we can get started. For those of you who are unaware, this, and I guess for those of you who are aware, allow a refresher. Several, well, possibly a year or so ago now, Mr. Chow, with the assistance of Mr. Saji, had created an initial variant of the Purple Lotus, referred to as the Black Lotus. And before I go on with anything else,
Copy.
I want it to be made very clear, and I mean this because it has become a pet peeve of mine. The phrase, "this stays in this room," has become such a major pet peeve of mine because any time that phrase is mentioned, this is bound to leave the room. So I'm not going to use that phrase, but I am going to say anything that I say going forward remains with this group. I don't care how bullshit you feel, whatever I have to say is, it doesn't leave this group. And if I find out that it does, I'm going to do something about it. Hopefully it's not Prash.
Understood.
Okay.
Won't say nothing.
All right. Now let me go on. The Black Lotus was created as a contingency. One of the main objectives of the Black Lotus is, should Purple Lotus see itself in dire straits and does not want the name of the Purple Lotus brandished upon every little thing that it does, the Black Lotus gets involved. Black Lotus is an anonymous group. We have no, as far as, we don't refer to ourselves as the Black Lotus, we refer to ourselves as nothing. We're nothing. We don't, in theory, we don't even exist as far as the Purple Lotus is concerned, and I would like it to remain that way. If there's a job too big for the Lotus, or that Sachi wishes to happen covertly, he has the Black Lotus handle it. Now, there is a secondary objective that the Black Lotus entails, and is the protection of the Purple Lotus, or the Lotus in general. Should the Lotus become compromised, the Black Lotus will do its duty and activate the Black Lotus Protocol, which is to take over if necessary. With that being said, this entire meeting is here to establish, for one, Miss Everest, I don't know what Miss Red has filled you in on, but for one, I would like this to be a portion of your inauguration, as well as Miss Blair, should she choose to show up tonight. Mr. Sachi has granted me access to being the head of the Black Lotus after Mr. Chow's absence, or in Mr. Chow's absence. And this is a recent, I guess you could say, reforming or refounding of the Black Lotus. I guess Chow's been gone for so long.
Okay.
So, of course, we are all aware of a lot of, I'm just going to say, insanity that has been going on within the Purple Lotus itself as of late. And, well, many of you here I trust, and I trust your opinions. If I'm being honest, I want to do something brash, but I've wanted to make this meeting a thing simply because I want everyone's thoughts, because I don't want to do anything brash if I can avoid it. What we do know is Mr. Sachi is gone. We don't know if Mr. Sachi is alive or not. We hope he is, but that's not confirmed. So for the moment, as far as my concerns go, my concerns are with the Lotus, not with Mr. Sachi. I want to do everything I can to bring him back, if he is still alive. But for now, I want to make sure that the Lotus is safe. And the Lotus name remains respected. Right now, what I see is there is a young child who is currently in charge of the Lotus, and an AI that, as far as I know, was designed by Mr. Kane. I don't know. As far as I know, it thinks with logic, and it operates with logic, and it just handles whatever orders are given to it by higher-ups. Which is a good thing, in theory. But I don't trust it. For reasons.
Because you didn't trust Kane.
I had a conversation with Miss Athena, as she likes to refer to herself now. I understand she is hurting. She's lost her father. As far as she knows, she's dead, and she's blaming herself for it. Additionally, from what I've gathered through the conversation, Miss Athena is a split personality, split off from Miss Calypso. And this Miss Athena is only a recent addition to Miss Calypso's body. And Miss Athena is now the front of Miss Calypso. Who's currently taking control. Which means she is very young. And a lot of this is very new to her. And she's suddenly been brought into
Calypso.
Probably something she may or may not understand. I don't know. This is just me talking. I can't imagine how scary that is. Yes, Miss Persephone.
So, actually, Athena has always existed within Calypso. It's like she's two sides to one coin. It's just one side's been more in control since then. Athena has been Calypso has been the one in control. Athena has been what has happened that she has come across because she needs someone that isn't, or this is her words, someone that can make the decisions that Calypso can't, is too soft to do so. Those are her words. Just for record's sake.
I see. Well, I appreciate the clarification. I'm concerned for the Lotus. I'm concerned for the Lotus' safety, and I'm concerned for the Lotus's name. We know that there is a cloud that is currently around Orlando Soccer that, according to Miss Athena, will grow and grow and grow until eventually it absorbs the entire city. And everyone in it, friend or foe, doesn't matter.
Wait,
right now, it is... Yes.
Above her cafe.
It is, yes, which makes things worse. Because should that the cafe is linked with the Lotus, and should that cloud be linked with the Lotus, who knows what kind of law enforcement will be up our asses. Miss Athena has also, from what I understand, been harming mildly. Well, I think Miss Red informed me, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Miss Red informed me that Miss Athena recently broke Mr. Hamsky's arm.
That's correct.
Alright. Thank you for clarifying. Anyways, she's acting very brash. And me personally, I feel she needs to be, not permanently, but feel she needs to be placed in timeout temporarily until she can get a grip on herself. And I also feel, of course, something needs to be done about the cloud. As far as Runic goes, Runic's currently, as far as I know, secondary to the Lotus as far as security measures go. And right now, he's taking orders from Miss Athena as the head and performing whatever actions she asks of him. I don't know where his logic stands. My hopes is that should someone else temporarily be provided, well, establishment within the Lotus, taking control whatever is necessary, he will logically assume that there is a new commander and take orders from that, but I have no idea where he lies.
That's not gonna happen.
I imagine. I'm hoping for the best, expecting the worst. With all that said, Miss Persephone, I know you said you're not fond of a power grab. I don't word this as such. But I feel something needs to be done. Now, with all this said, I want everyone to express their opinions on these thoughts, or what they wish to do, or what they feel is necessary, or maybe even share me some information that I'm not aware of, just to fill me in. Miss Persephone.
Okay, so first off, talk to Hound, who's kind of in charge of all this stuff, and he told me that he has a plan to save Sachi. I had a nice sit down with him about this. So, the plan is, and I told Runic this, and I told Cordelia this, I didn't get a chance to tell any of the rest of you, but it's not like it's private. So, the idea is, we have to deal with these Ethereum crystals. We have to gather the power from them. We have to destroy basically clear out our way by clearing those Ethereum crystals to the portal, or the rift that has been opened up. Destroy the portal, use the energy from that to power some artifacts in order to send a group to go and get Sachi back. In the meantime, we have to... The only side possibility thing in here is a possibility of sending someone, I recommended myself because I was talking to him, sending someone in for an hour into that plane using the Ether Shroud, whatever you call it, and then getting Sachi the information to get him to the place he needs to be picked up. That's dangerous for multiple reasons. One, if you're not out there in and out in an hour, you're dead. Or you're not dead, you're stuck there. We can't bring Sachi back through that same portal because it'll discombobulate him. And also, time works weirdly. I'll be gone, essentially... There's a big time dilation. The more longer something is in there, the more it discombobulates and it ages. Apparently, they once sent in a bit of tech in there, and it came back as a bag of apples. So it's a very dangerous place. It doesn't make sense. That's the point.
Wonderful.
But if we can close the portal, if we can use these relics or things in order to get to Sachi, or at the very least get to the Hound's creator to find Sachi, then we have a chance of saving him. And I think if we focus on that and we try to get him, all the rest of this will fall out of place or into place. We don't have to worry about Calypso or Athena or however. That being said, I will say about the cloud thing. I talked to Patty. Patty says that if that cloud continues and they keep having thundering and stuff, they might have bigger problems than just a storm. They'll have creatures coming up to say hi, like kaiju level creatures coming to say hi to Orlando Saka. I told Calypso this. She's aware of this now. She looked surprised. She didn't know this was a thing. And I have expressed to her that that if we want to keep them as allies and we want to keep them alive, we need to keep them alive. So I think if we keep settling on that thing, we can convince her to be like, to get rid of the fucking cloud. Right now she's doing it because she thinks that there isn't a sense of urgency to save her father. And that's not right. If we say that we are trying to do everything in our power and we are doing everything in our power to save her father, that is how we win with her. We tell her we're doing this to save Sachi, which we are, because we are going to save Sachi. Thirdly, the whole Malleus thing. So they had a talk with Nemesis, and he has agreed to let Lotus spots into the waterfront district if they keep Malleus's input to a minimum. So Nemesis doesn't like Malleus as much as any of us does. So it's going to behoove them to keep Malleus at a distance. But if they see movements into another district, Malleus is going to ask questions. In my opinion, it is better that he is talked to and explained what's going on. And by the way, what is being explained is that Sachi is on vacation. He is going and doing some other Black Ops shit somewhere else. But he is not captured. Because if we say he's captured, there's going to be even a bigger power grab. So right now, the idea is tell Malleus he's doing something, but keep behind Calypso and explain that we're doing this to fight in the waterfront district. That way we don't get problems of him coming to us later. That is the current situation that I can recall as it stands. Next.
Do we know if any contact has been made with Malleus, though?
He's been off planet for a few days, so I don't know. He's supposed to come by Orlando Saka at some point. I keep forgetting to text him.
From what I'm aware of, Calypso has said that she has been working with Malleus. I don't know to what degree, but she said so today when I talked at the meat rack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much, but some, apparently. I don't know.
To be honest, I think he'll want to stay out of this as much as anyone, because this isn't his district.
No. I have a running idea, though, of what his potential endgame is, though, for this.
Sure.
What I believe is a three things, potentially. The first one is going to be the most risky and the most unlikely. And then I'm going to end it with the third one, which is the most likely in my opinion. Either I believe he's going to try to weasel his way in to be in Calypso's endearment, or Athena, whatever, to potentially try to collect her. She is very rare. We know that. Additionally, there's a potentiality that if he does get brought in by Calypso, he's already showed interest in studying the people of the Lotus, like the Miss Mellon pageant. I was a judge for that because I was watching Malleus. I was not because I care about fashion. I was strictly there to watch him and to make sure he wasn't going to grab anyone or anything like that. I think that he might try to instead stop window shopping as much at the Lotus.
That's why it's important that he doesn't know Sachi has been kidnapped. He respects Sachi.
Exactly.
He maybe even fears him or whatever. I don't care. I don't know their actual relationship. But as long as he thinks Sachi is still in play, he's not going for the Lotus. He's not going for anyone in the Lotus.
Additionally, I have a little bit of extra information about why we can't just grab Sachi. So, I'm a member of the facility. I'm actually a leader of one of the strike teams. That is the group that takes care of that's been taking care of this and been pushing it to, along with Purple Lotus, into the outbreak zone. Hound is the current leader, but it was founded by Jackal, if those of you who know who he is. Currently, right now, it is Jackal's brother who is the one who is doing all of this. He finds a sense of enjoyment out of it. That's why he puts power-ups down for people to grab and whatnot, and other things like that. That is why he's doing this. Now, on the sense of what happened with Sachi, we believe that it's because he kept on saying Jackal's brother's name over and over and over and over again, that he sent someone after Sachi and threw him through not just an ethereal portal into the Dark Aether, but primal Ethereum, which is golden. We didn't know that until recently. And as for the time dilation, the rate is 100 times. I was in the Dark Aether for 1 day, and it was 1 month that went past, basically.
Which is why it's important that
It's
only...
like when he's already been in the Aether for almost a year now.
Which is why it's important that we only go in an hour, because that's a day. That's what he told me.
Also, Aether Shroud only has a charge of a weight of about an hour, so that's probably why too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we take care of Sachi. We get him out of there. Best case scenario, he isn't dead. Maybe just banged up, but he's fine. And knowing
I have a
Sachi,
question.
he's always come back from weird things like this. Yes.
This is specific. I'm just gonna ask straight up because I figured if anyone would know, you folks would know. Does anyone else here have a patron contract with Sachi?
Patron
No,
contract.
I don't.
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so I have a patron contract with Sachi.
Mm-hmm.
I have a mark on the back of my neck. I told David this already. It feels cold, like he's not here, but it's not like a dead feely kind of cold, you know? I feel like if anyone would know that he was dead, it would be some
Fable
of his
did.
patrons. I know there's a few.
Fable
Thinks
did.
he's dead?
No. Fable did
Oh.
have a mark. I don't know if he has it, given all the shit that he's been doing through.
That's fair. I don't. He sat down and we talked about it at one point. And I believe that might have some connection, but I don't know if it's still a patron pact. I know that there are a few within the Lotus that do, but I don't remember whom.
Not to my knowledge.
So it's potential that we might be able to reach out and find out actually if he's alive or not. He's only been one of my patrons for 3 months maybe, so it's likely that some of the others who have had connections for years might feel stronger connection. I don't know. That might be a good way to get information.
Shade. Wait, GJ. She's his familiar. If he died, she'd be gone.
Absolutely.
Oh, there we go.
We gotta find JJ.
JJ has been seen around. JJ was literally at CLA.
Yeah,
She's fine.
as long as she
Until
still
he's alive,
has... Yep. As long as JJ's
Yeah.
around, he's alive.
That's what we're going off. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Good. So then we have proof.
Yep.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, then we don't have to worry about that.
Yep, we just gotta get him
Okay,
out, and then
so-
worry about that later. Worry about the other stuff later.
So, there are a few other things that we need to worry about, besides the Sachi situation. Miss Red has been providing me detailed information about things. Right now, they have decided to leave the Lotus temporarily, as they are not fond of current management.
Yeah.
Miss Red also is a part of this particular group, and unfortunately they could not attend as they're dealing with other bullshit right now. Right now, the Rancor units in Griffins are currently occupying the Garden District for safety purposes, keeping all the zombies or whatnot out. Recently, they've been given orders by Mr. Runic to disengage, and they have denied these orders. With my suggestion, if necessary, I fully believe they will withdraw their units. Right now, they've been given 24 hours to withdraw these units, or martial law, or whatever you want to scorched earth protocol will be activated. I don't know. As far as I know, yes.
Sorry, I will say it was the Garden District.
Yes. Did I say the garden? I thought I said the garden district. What did I say?
Yeah. No, you did. Yeah.
No, you did? Okay.
Sort of. It's fine. Anyways. As far as I know, the units are going to be replaced. Not sure with what. I would assume lilacs. That's what I would hope.
Yeah. We don't need to be wasting our bots when we have bigger fish to fry later.
It's true. From what I understand, she's leading the units there, as that's the last order that she was given from Sachi, and she's wanting to uphold that particular order.
One thing
yes.
to note. I've been listening to what Athena is wanting to do. I know you folks know probably Athena is rushing to basically
Obviously.
Blitzkrieg. Yeah.
Mhm.
It is very, very, very likely that if you try to sack Calypso, that's my associates at the facility, some of the ones who have differing opinions, even though Jackal brought us all together to not do that and just to get the job done, they will ride and use Calypso as a means of politically getting this taken care of as quickly as possible, and they will go over whoever they can. I don't advocate for the entire facility, but there are some who would. Like Hound specifically does not care about Calypso's mental fortitude or what she's dealing with. He just sees it as a means to an end. I refuse to accept that.
If we did, of course, go with the brash decision and move forward with that, which right now seems unlikely with the way this conversation is going, I can't imagine it would be civil war, Mr. Higgs.
Yep. And I know it's out of
There
the
is also an additional problem. Calypso was made aware. I'm bringing him up. Gregor, Plague Lord. He's been working with Big Purple, and because of that, there's been some kind of there's been rumors about it, but we believe we have full clarification on his recent actions. He's taken a relic of a substantial amount of power that is Ethereum based, and we believe that the Lord is going to be attacking Big Purple. Calypso, or Athena, sees this as enemy of my enemy is my friend. However, I believe that she's going to be letting the lions in if she does that.
When is this mission taking place, Miss Persephone? For the rescue of Mr. Sachi?
We don't know. We have to get through to the portal first. That is up to Hound.
Okay.
It is a lot of work, I can tell you that much. We barely made a dent. We'd have to cover almost probably triple or quadruple the amount of ground that we've already gotten so far.
Well, luckily, you're going to have a lot of motivated people that want to help you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, how
Knowing
long...
how many things...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, knowing how many things can change in 1 week. I swear, days. 2 days. I was literally, 2 days before all of this went down, I was literally in combat with Mr. Sachi where we're going and dealing with the worm tunnel thing. And then all this happened. He came out fine, we were all fine, and now this is happening. This was 2 days after that happened. So many things happened within just a matter of days. With that said, I don't want to make any rash decisions right now. But we're already on the cusp of some insane decisions being made. And I don't want to make an insane decision unless it has to be made.
Man.
Apparently Athena's considering dealing with Gregor. Malleus. I don't know much about the gentleman, but I haven't heard anything good. And then there's the Cloud. If this doesn't get better, if Sachi isn't back with us in 1 or maybe 1.5 weeks, who knows what kind of insanity will happen within that short time span. And you all know this environment that we all exist in is insanity. And things can change at the drop of a hat. I'm not saying we do anything brash right now, but I'm saying everyone in here needs to consider the safety of the Lotus, and if necessary, it may have to happen. I don't want it to.
I would like to bring up something.
Yes.
So, as a matter of speaking, I know that Runic takes direct orders from one person and one person only. That's Sachi. With this, I feel as though Runic may know a bit more than what we actually put on, and may know a bit more about what Sachi would want. My suggestion is possibly speaking to Runic without Athena near them. That might be a better idea, because then we can get a full perspective on what Runic wants as well.
Okay.
As if he's not being watched remotely. Like, what is he, a synthetic, a robot? He might have something on him that's tracking
Runic is the
whatever he
Lotus.
says.
Literally the Lotus. He's the AI of the Lotus, yes.
I've been told he's more like a robot than a synthetic.
He's
Like a
literally
robot.
the AI of the Lotus with a chassis.
As far as everyone in this group is as far as the hierarchy goes in the Lotus currently, Miss Everest, you would probably be the highest out of everyone in this room. So, congratulations. I feel like out of everyone to speak with Mr. Runic, you're probably the best to conversate with him, and hopefully within a private setting.
Okay.
Whatever information is supplied from... Yes?
I was gonna say, would you like to be with me in this?
I don't know how well Mr. Runic trusts me. If I need to leave, I'll leave, but I would like to have the conversation. But if it's best for you and him to talk alone, then I would like it to remain that way.
I personally would also like you to come along with me as well, so...
I'm sure, but we
We
want to
have
make
3
sure we're
rounds.
dealing with the
Yeah.
best case scenario as far as as much information that we can get.
I will say though, Runic's mind will not be changed. Again, he only listens to one person and one person only. What I'm trying to kind of gather out of this is to possibly maybe even get information, or maybe even shine a light on Runic on what is actually going on and what may be a better idea.
If you give him a
and
logical,
what Sachi may want.
if you give him a
rather than
logical
not.
answer, a logical solution, he might just take it.
Exactly.
Something as well. Part of the reason I half trampled you and your friend, by the way, is I apologize for that again. Athena right now, I've spun it in a way that Athena probably thinks I'm the most important person in the facility right now. And I'm trying not to be boastful, but it is
One second, guys. I gotta check something.
because, so, those of you who don't know, you might have been able to find some, but on Ethereum, they are Ethereum crystals. Depending on how many there are, how much there is, and how much, they can produce a very heavy electromagnetic field.
One second, guys.
Enough to even disable the electromagnetic shielding of APCUs, which is bad because that's how much of a because that's basically our only legitimate method of sealing and destroying these crystals. However, I can do it. I can do that. I'm the only organic who can so far, I believe. My ethereal form is I can move Ethereum, store it within my body, and then put it elsewhere. I have told Athena that it is very likely that I could potentially be able to seal the portal. I don't know if I can. I have no idea, but I absorbed a crystal right in front of her and showed her results, which she said that I something or another about how I was a very useful asset to have or something. I think this can be used and weaponized depending on if possible. I can potentially get information out of Athena, and especially because of this, I've started to chisel and to make a crack in Athena. In her mind, she believes Sachi is infallible. He is impossible to. He's a perfect man. I then, and with that, explained to her. After all of this, I explained to Calypso, I asked her why, then did Sachi not just end it quickly, like you're wanting to do? Why didn't he try to do that? Why did he take it slow? Why did he only move up like this so much? Why is he being nice to people? Why was he respectful to people when talking to them, etc. like that? Athena got visibly frustrated, seemingly with herself, and started talking about her other half. With that there, I've basically created a paradox for her to deal with, and I'm going to attempt to continue to chisel away at that. If this can be won by just getting Athena and Calypso to recombine properly, because that's what they are, there's no yin without the yang, then I think it is entirely possible that we can solve this without having to do too much, because I don't know how quickly Calypso's going to move, and I don't know how quickly she's going to want to try to throw me at that fucking portal and for me just to die, probably.
One thing to note, she told me, she doesn't intend to stay Athena forever. The second Sachi's back, she's going back to Calypso. That's what she says anyway.
I hope that's the case.
To gain results, is what I've gathered. Results that Calypso would probably never try and strive towards. That's why Athena.
Yes.
Athena.
Mm-hmm. I'm worried about that.
Exactly. That brings me to my other point. How many people is she going to throw and kill in order to get what she wants? That is my main concern.
She was willing to try to, the neutralizer at the meat rack, it's there to create a bubble so that they can be there properly and not have to worry about zombies and whatnot. That was built by the facility, and we only made one successful one, and it is extremely experimental. To the point we check on it weekly, if not 2 times a week. The problem is that Athena looked at that and I think she was ready to rip it out the fucking wall and try to take it somewhere else. She was willing to condemn everyone there at the meat rack tonight. Just like at that moment. I honestly, I don't want to. If Calypso knew what Athena was doing, I don't think she would come back out ever. I think this is total ego takeover at this point, like an ego death, basically.
What if Calypso is actually struggling for power right now? We don't even know that. We don't even know that Calypso might be trying to claw her way out.
According to Miss Athena, Calypso has willingly given Athena a pet.
I I also heard that as well. How much is
Knowing
that?
how certain, I forget the, we'll say split personalities work, I believe that is highly plausible.
Okay, fair enough.
Question.
I'm just considering possibilities.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, question.
I had to kill
What did
people in
JJ
this
was
room.
not
How?
sure
Who do I start with?
Yeah, well, you said that, but yes. But yes, she is.
I'm going to go on a bit of a limb here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But if I remember correctly,
Probably
familiar
Higgs, 'cause she doesn't
to,
know what he
I
can
guess,
do.
Master in this sense, isn't there a type of like unseen connection
Then, like,
between the two of them? Obvious. There's like something that ties
David,
them
because
together.
it would be easier if she doesn't know her. Then
From
probably
things that
Everest,
I've
and last
seen
David.
In my lifetime, you can track that. So if you
Because
position
unknown.
it, in this
Unknown,
case, JJ,
but-
in the right way, I don't know if these points that you're trying to bore
Magic.
into this place are like stationary, or if you can open them up anywhere.
Don't worry,
but
I'm not
if
thinking of
you
this for reasons,
line it up
guys.
the right way, you might be able to get a direct signal to Sachi, even if it's just one way.
We'll most likely have to have JJ
It's
inside
so
the
so.
portal
So the thing is, magic gets. I asked him that if we could get a magic message, but magic gets distorted when it goes through. We can like even sending stones, magic, those kind of messages, like mental messages. In theory, we could maybe use it to track, but like, we can ask Hound if we can do that. But I asked if we could do any kind of magic stuff, and magic gets forked when it goes through
Okay.
Like oil and water. Ethereum and Anna do not get along. Magic in general.
Is there any way you could do it with Ethereum then? Or is that not
That's
really possible?
Ethereum you
Okay.
can kind of program in a way. Take like Scaly. Scaly uses Ethereum-based things in his food called Scalinium. It's kind of on the nose, but it is programmable. It's just very, very difficult to, and our only scientist that is very capable of doing so, I don't know where he's at right now. He's the one who designed the neutralizer, and I don't know where Xavier is.
Okay.
It's been tough.
All right.
Yeah.
I may just think.
So what's the verdict at the moment? What's the plan?
So here's the verdict. Right now, everything is still very uncertain. It's only been a few days. And again, I don't want to make any brash decisions unless they are deemed necessary. We give it a week. If things get worse, and I'm talking people have died by the cloud, civilians, anyone. I'm talking she is allying and conversating actively with Gregor. Or ripping out experimental things and moving them or just obliterating them in general. Harming... I highly doubt she would do this, but harming the ZCPD because they said something they shouldn't. I don't know. If anything along those lines happens within a week, this is when, and there's been no progress made on finding, saving, or whatever. Or even if there is project, if it's a smidge, if we're barely making headway, then at that point, that's when we have to start thinking about making drastic decisions. And I do not want to think about making drastic decisions, but guess what? Sachi's gone, and everybody's losing their minds. I'm going to talk with Miss Red. I'm going to let her know to pull her units out. Whether or not she listens to me, we'll see, but right now she seems to respect me very highly.
From what I can tell, what she's told me is that she's pulling out a few of her,
Right now, she's
basically
attempting to
willing to
negotiate.
balance.
She's attempting to negotiate as she's concerned for the Garden District safely. Understandable. Because right now, as far as we know, her units are probably one of the primary things keeping whatever is in there out. But we're also apparently Runic is, as much as I'm not very fond of him, is a logical thinker, and I would be surprised if he was doing something for stupidity's sake. He has his reasons for doing whatever he does.
He does everything with logic. He says.
Yes.
It's possible. I want to ask later about Runic. I don't know what his whole thing is. I'm not PL staff.
I don't really either. I just know that he's... Mr. Sachi had him designed by Mr. Kane to be an emotionless, logical thinker because he does not trust people. And Mr. Runic is designed to follow orders. And as far as I know, that's it.
Do you think
Thank you for follow, darling.
Kane has a connection to... This is a stretch to Runic.
I
given the
would be
document-
surprised if he didn't.
I'm not saying
However,
shit.
According to Mr. Sachi, that he was designed before there was any. He was basically designed by Kane to replace Kane without Kane's knowledge.
Okay. About that document, though, the Czar's one. Do you think that has any connection with that?
What Zara's
Remember the one I gave you,
document?
the one that was just...
Mr. Higgs handed me a document that was written in Latin about. It had pictures of various members of the Hand of Zar.
Yeah, it was previously,
couldn't make
Kane's enemy report that he had submitted to us almost a year ago with what the fingers of Zaris were on there. And I had gone back and refreshed up on them every once in a while. I heard Golden Portal that Sachi was thrown through, and I immediately thought the worst. So I went back and checked because I wanted to refresh myself. And that document that was once written in English, Latin.
There's a lot of golden portals. If it
Yeah,
was
I don't
Zaris,
think
I think
that
they would
hand
make.
has
They would be
anything to do with-
honest,
There's no
or they would
fucking
be.
way.
No,
I would be
there's
surprised
no
if
connection
so.
now that we know that it's like it's primal Ethereum. Now that we know it's primal Ethereum, there's no way. But at the time, I didn't know.
Okay.
Sorry for the freak out.
Oh my
I'd be
god,
surprised.
that's a problem we do not need.
Yeah, that's why we need to deal with this problem. That's why we need not to have these fucking bots be obliterated because of we're being stupid at each other.
Okay. I'll talk to Ms. Red. I'll let her know to pull out and maybe even apologize.
That's gonna be a stretch.
I would, well... Mr. Michael's done a lot and been forgiven for it, but...
He has never been
anyways,
forgiven.
I would say...
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I would say compared... I don't know. I would say compared to things that other people have done in the past, this is relatively minor. As long as it can get taken care of, it'll get blown over. Everything does. Anyways, I'll talk with Miss Red. You talk with Mr. Runic. Hopefully I'm there. You,
Yo.
and you, and maybe even you and me, are going to attempt to, primarily you, because you are involved. I'll talk with Mr. Hound, see what I can do, but right now, the two of you are the only ones involved with this. Save Sachi. And if we don't get Sachi back, if we don't get progress and things get... Oh, and another thing. Quell the conversations that are happening in the Lotus. There are so many people that I know for a fact are already conversation about power grabs.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen. We want people to calm down. We want people to understand that Sachi is going to come back. We want people to...
That's literally my job. So that's
Be
what
calm.
I'm trying to do myself. Yeah.
Do you think it would be good to have a meeting with all the staff?
I was thinking
Yes.
that, yes. I think
Just
it might
to,
be
like-
good to have
Just
that
to like
meeting
sit
with
down.
all staff.
That being said, admittedly, yes, fucking Athena's a little psycho right now. We need to like talk to her first and make sure we know what she's gonna say. Because otherwise, this could turn really bad and make things even fucking worse.
I would rather run this meeting, in my honest opinion.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I'm gonna be
me
honest.
too. I don't think she's going to say
yeah.
anything that's going to give anybody hope.
If you want, I can distract her.
That's not the point.
taking her to-
No.
It's a good idea. It's a good
That's
idea, she knows.
no. That's okay. Look,
Oh, sure.
because if she doesn't,
I want to even go.
if she doesn't know, she'll think it's a power grab. If she does know and she doesn't go, people are gonna think that she's not a good leader. Right now, we need unity. No matter what we're doing, we need to all be at the same page. That's staff, that's staff, that's security, that's bar, whoever. People also need to understand that Sachi would never force someone to fight if they didn't want to. So if they're not going to be involved in that, that's fine. They don't have to be. I think some worry that always happens when all this big shit happens is the worry of, like, bar staff being forced to fight or the Lotus being attacked, and what are we going to do? I think a good example of, like, emergency training would be good. Bar staff does what bar staff does, evacuates them to the back, they get portaled out, security staff deals with the front. That's all. Bar staff deals with the customers, and that's all. They don't have to get involved in zombie stuff.
Good.
Additionally, I hope this is without saying, but I do very much, I know you're not Lotus staff, Mr. Yates. But to those of you who are, I don't want to be treated as anybody upper or lower or anything of that nature while in the Purple Lotus. I'm just a Lotus myself, as far as the Purple Lotus is concerned. And again, this group doesn't exist. Don't treat me any differently than you ever have.
Yep.
Yeah, you're just a champion to me, teammate. So
Appreciate it.
Don't worry. Technically, Everest is my boss, so I don't treat her any different.
I don't expect it to happen, but just in case, I don't want to hear, like, sea salutes or something whenever I enter the Lotus. I don't expect that to happen, but I'm just saying, please don't do that.
You're talking very distant in your throat.
Yeah, you're on the...
You are like across
The voice
the
box
room.
is...
By the way, for you, because I gotta skedaddle here in a minute. I'm starting to get chatter.
Sure.
I need to go take care of shit.
course.
I will talk to strictly Hound and whoever you want me to talk to. Everyone else in the facility has no idea that I'm here. They have no idea that I'm here. They have no idea what I'm doing. And I would like to keep it that way.
Keep it that way.
There are people in facility who wished to kill me last week.
That's bad. Yes, of course, let's keep that way.
Who the fuck wanted to kill you?
As far as intel goes...
Go ahead.
Oh,
you
that's
go ahead,
another
answer that
story.
question. All right,
we'll talk
then
later.
We'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it
Later.
up. Please, anything that you can provide that's going to give me some semblance of hope. Please, waylay the data. I would appreciate it.
Tell us when you're going for the
This goes for
Ethereum
everyone.
things. We'll be there.
I can. Alright. Good luck to you all, and yeah. I'll say something else, but
You
know,
too.
we're just gonna need luck.
Take care of yourself, Higgs. Pleasure meeting you.
Good meeting you too, partner.
Cool.
Okay. Anything anyone else wants to say before we adjourn?
Nope.
Unless there's anything else I need to specifically know.
All right.
Even though I'm
Information is
security,
key.
I don't
Everest?
know much. I just
Sure.
through the front door.
No,
Information is key, everyone.
I'm good. Yeah.
Information is key, everyone. If you get anything new, share it in the Black Lotus channels.
Also, like,
We'll do.
I am.
private conversations help better than, like, just straight up. Yeah, they've, you should have a little app on your phone now. I think Chow figured
the
some
what?
shit out. Yeah, don't worry about
okay.
it.
Congratulations.
Oh.
I'll handle it.
Oh, thank you. Okay, all good. I'll check.
Welcome to the team.
Mm.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm going home.
Yeah,
Good night.
Later.
I should head home to keep looking for my son.
Take care of yourself.
Will do.
You know, if I knew anything about computers, I could probably do some real damage right now. Bum, 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 bum.
Stay safe, Percy.
See you, Johnson. Okay. I kind of want to switch to... Hold on, I'm going to spectate a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not going to spectate because I do not want to spy on some conversation. I'm going to go over there see if they're if they're still in character, and if they are, I'll talk to them. I'll worry about it later, but if they're not. Let me see if they're in character or not still. This plan, we get Sachi back, easy peasy. Okay, I'm gonna stay at a distance. Oh wait, I'm staying at this distance actually. I'm gonna stay at this distance so I can't hear them talking shit. Also, don't worry, it's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. Fun times, good times. This is fine. Don't know if they're gonna have a talk. If so what time is it? Okay, we got an hour until the actually a half hour. So I am going to get out though. Oh wait, what? Oh, Skull's on. What's he doing? I don't know. Anyway, what are people doing? Yeah, we're gonna call it. I'm gonna. Oh wait. What? There's some game stuff that I actually wanted to try, but I really shouldn't because also fuck that. What is it? Tower defense? Okay. I'm gonna give them... Oh wait, no, they're going. They're leaving. They're leaving. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night, Mr. Daniel.
I'm on wait. I'm on wait. I'm on wait. Ay. There he is. There's the boy. There's the boy. Whee! I think he's gonna do the same thing as I am. Wait till he leaves. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? They all leave without me seeing them. Hold on. Oh, there he is. Oh, hi. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
I gotta turn my knee tags on.
Fun shit. Fun shit. Whee!
Dude.
Drama! I'm still streaming, by the way.
Out
But
of
yes.
character?
Yes.
I want a civil war so bad.
I know, it's funny because
I
in
want-
character, obviously these people are like, we gotta do everything we can to stop this. We don't want this to happen. But out of character, literally everyone in Peel is like, but the boss battles though. But the fucking Avengers level threats on each other. Yeah!
I want drama. I want a civil war so bad, man. I am rooting for that to happen. But in
We'll
character,
see.
yes.
Yeah, I love it.
want that to
I
happen.
love that fucking, like, just like, yeah, no. Because same thing, Percy is trying to hold this shit together. And I know David and everyone is, but, like, it's a matter of, yeah, it's Calypso's pushing a wedge on things a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see. And I don't know, honestly, depending on the conversations that have, depending on what Calypso / Athena does, we'll see if we'll see if at some point Calypso gets a little in the back, but we'll find out. Oh my god, that scene would be amazing.
Whoa.
What? I'm just saying, the scene would be amazing. She's like standing there, they're standing there, we're like, just like, oh, you're ordering the death of like the entirety of the meat rack. Ah, interesting, I see. Stab.
Yeah, that would be a cool scene.
And then gone, and then she's
But
gone.
Oh,
That would be.
but holy shit!
But
the
holy shit.
repercussions from
Oh,
an
yeah.
event like that.
Oh no! I know, I'm
David
aware.
just wants to put her in timeout. That's what he wants to do.
This is fair,
He doesn't
yes.
want to kill her because if
This is
Sachi is
fair.
live, which he is, because JJ,
Yeah.
it could be very bad.
Oh yeah,
Sachi
no,
becomes
exactly.
dead
It would be
daughter.
fucking bad. But it's funny. It's funny. Excuse you. Don't worry about it, Panda. Don't worry about it. I got pardon. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Meat rack. Don't worry about it, Panda. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, like legitimately, like there's a few Devil Girl pretends to be heartless. She isn't. She's concerned. But it's a matter of, like, we gotta trust Sachi and what he did and what he said to do. And so, like, we'll see.
But, yeah,
we'll
push comes to
fucking
shove.
see. Who knows? She could also, like, fucking straight up try to, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. You four were standing there. When I got up, I was looking at you guys, and I'm just, like, talking to my chat, I muted. I was like, so if theoretically, if I had to kill everyone in here in, like, a half a minute, who would I start with?
Oh my god.
Damn.
She's an assassin! She's a fucking assassin! Why did people not realize this? She's broken in the head!
But this is David.
It's okay.
we're
It's
talking
okay.
about.
No, it's
And
okay.
Persephone.
David would have been the last one she killed.
Oh, of course, naturally.
She was going
my God,
Higgs
thanks.
because he's an unknown. Dan because he's an unknown. Everest because she has magic, and then David because it would make her sad. But also he couldn't she could run circles around him and then kill him.
Man, you're making me out of character. Want to have a spar between
Right? Look, okay, so the problem
Yeah.
is, I would love to do that. However, admittedly, shadow magic's fucking broken sometimes. It'd be like that. So, like, if I really wanted to fight you, you wouldn't see it coming. I would literally jump into your shadow and stab you in the back. And that's not fun or thematic or fun for anyone in a bar
So-
or a fight.
While we're talking about shadow magic, David's body consists of the metals, but not just the metals. He specifically consists of a variant of the metals that was made by the corruptors, which were capable of using your magic.
Okay.
He did do it, didn't he?
What?
So...
Oh, no.
Okay, then we have to talk. We have to
we
have to talk about how that would
if
affect
she
each other
shadowed
because but you use a synthetic version because you use Smaller's version, which is the same thing she does, the same kind of magic she uses. But I thought you guys didn't actually manipulate the shadows. You manipulated something else, or am I wrong?
They're 100% using magic.
Oh, they are using magic. Okay, yeah. Then at that point, it would be a fight of wills against these two people. And
Okay.
no offense, she's trained longer than you have. So,
That's
oh
true.
boy.
And,
yeah.
and David can't use magic. I'm more referring, like, would he be able to see you or no?
So the thing with her stuff, if I'm like, hold on, not, can I put the gun away? Thank you. If she's like this, you can still technically see the shadows. When she's like, unless like she's moving like basically in the corners or in the darkness, you can't really see her. But if it's broad fucking daylight, she's like this, you can see a spot in the ground. Also, it's a cold spot, so if you're using thermals, you can also see her. Because you'll see a cold spot, like a smooth spot moving around. Yeah. But effectively, yeah. Also, bright lights, obviously, you know, if you shine a spotlight on everything, you'll fucking see her at some point. Like, you know.
Like a million
Yeah,
times
same thing like with this. If she can go over the lights and she'll, like flicker them out for a minute, and then you'll know where she is. So, yeah.
David becomes Batman Agamemnon contingency. Code Percy. Code Persephone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uses shadow magic.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
recommended using a very bright flashlight when performing
She
combat.
only use shadow magic as her like primary form of what she does.
So, yes and no. Her biggest thing, which is even more like, okay, originally, her big magic thing, and this I rolled for as a child for her to see what would be her best ability, is plane shifting. She's a teleporter. So even without her magic,
okay.
she can teleport. And this is usually seen in plane shifting. So, like, she can, like, just straight up. So what she has done in a fight is she has ripped a portal and pushed someone in it and sent them onto the ceiling to fall to the ground. So they just stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
Oh my
Portal
god.
2 logic.
Pretty much. Dong, dong, dong. She hasn't done that yet, but that is funny. Because I don't want to, like, make someone do that. But, like, yeah, she teleports, and that's she is not a frontline fighter. She can, but her thing is she is And I realize I'm telling you how to destroy her right now, but I don't care. It's funny.
It's out of character, and also
yeah.
it's Persephone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who knows when this is actually going to happen. But the unfortunate, yeah,
don't
but
think
that is
anything
her
else is ever
biggest
gonna happen,
thing.
as far as
She
I
can
know.
kind of like
Okay.
plane shift. Shadow magic is secondary. That comes from another thing, Smile. But that's some other lore, some other deep lore. But yes, other than that, it's shadow magic. So it's teleportation, or plane shifting rather, and shadow magic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Daniel's case now, are either you streaming?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
We'll talk
Well,
later.
Not say it then.
That's fair.
Okay.
I mean, I've been very. I like.
later.
I like being very open about her abilities and what she can and cannot do and how to counteract them, because otherwise her shit's
Yeah.
broken if you don't know how to handle her. Like, which she is kind of broken. Like, because assassin builds in VRChat are broken because you can't really do them without like basically getting rid of other player agency. Again, if she really wanted to attack you, behind, stab with sword, and gone. Now he can obviously do stuff,
Yeah.
but like it's very like he has to be able to see her, and it's very hard to telegraph that kind of shit. So that's why I don't really like. I like sparring with her, but it's not as like her level kind of thing. If I ever wanted to actually like show that part of her, it would be during it would have to be a powerful scene. It would be a ruthless fucking scene. Yeah.
It's the same case with Daniel. I don't ever tell anybody what
Something,
he is
something
unless
from
Daniel
behind,
trusts
something.
the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So David here is one of them.
Yeah.
Now, did you say you were streaming?
Yes, we're both streaming.
Yes.
We're both streaming. But
Okay.
yes.
I am streaming.
Yeah.
So
Streaming, yes.
this is the one thing I've made public with Daniel,
Mhm.
unless it was like to the GM describing powers, is that Daniel, he didn't used to have the ears and tail, right? He didn't originate. as
He
the
didn't
White
used to be a puppy.
He's-
How dare! I've been
Yeah,
just.
he's,
Sorry, God.
As far as I understand,
Oh.
I believe Daniel is the only one of this that's in the metaverse currently, besides maybe one. Daniel is what we call an abyssal.
Oh, you're not the only one, but also fuck you.
Yeah. So
With all due
when you were
respect,
describing your
fuck you.
abilities and stuff like, yeah, when you were describing your abilities, I'm like,
So you're like an
don't know if
Eldritch
it'd be like
horror.
that. I didn't roll it that way because when I arrived in Metaverse, I didn't know how you did the Abyss,
Sure.
so I had to kind of put my own flair behind it a little
Sure.
bit. So
Uh-huh.
the Abyss for me was sort of D&D Abyss combined with the Shadow Zone.
So you're kind of half Shadowfell, half Eldritch. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the only thing that he's visually shown is changing to this is let me see this.
Yeah. So this girl has had an interaction with the Abyss once. She never wants to touch that again. So that's gonna be fun. She's like, fuck that. Nope, I'm gone. I don't give a shit what you are or what you say you've been. I don't like it. Same thing with the Void shit. She does not. She's gone to the Void once, never again. Fucking never again.
Yeah, I don't. blame you.
Yeah, she's very careful with the places she goes, because she's like, there are some places, like, obviously the Celestial Realms are a fucking no. Like, it even burns her to try to touch those ones. It was funny, actually. She actually went blind for a time, because, someone got sucked into a portal, and she actually pulled it open to try to keep it open so that was the time Belle flew in to save somebody. And she held it open just for that long. I think it was a Michael thing. Snowbell flew in, and then she basically collapsed out of the not trauma, but just the pain from it and the fucking eye strain. So yeah, it was fun though. It's fun shit. Also, I want you to know, Goose, I walked out of here and I was like, social armory. Let's go check the armory. And like I got to the door when I realized, no, he's gonna catch me in here and he's gonna be all a thing. Fine, I'll go check the social first. So yeah.
It's good.
Anyway, I'm gonna go so I can get my stuff charged before onsen. So, see you, darling.
Have fun.
Okay.
Thanks for the meeting. Thank you, darling.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. See you, dweebs.
I had to work today, so schedule's weird.
All right, darlings. We're gonna call it for now. Woo. Thank you for the short scene. We are going to be coming back for the onsen in about maybe 45 minutes, an hour. I need to make some food first, though, so I can actually eat and take a shower and stuff. So, but in the meantime, let's give you someone to hang out with. Thank you so much for hanging out. Where are the people? Ah. Oh, here's my infinity music. Okay, cool. Where's my infinity gauntlets? Is this needing a thing? Okay, live. Who's live? Goose is streaming, but I think he's gonna be doing he's gonna be stopping streaming for a minute. So we're gonna go to Ribbo. Go hang out with Ribbo. She's lovely. Yes, more RP, more lore. Maybe not another dream sequence, but if you missed the dream sequence from earlier, you can see it on the lovely other channel, the previous morning stuff. So I love you guys. Bye. Go give Ribbo kisses for me. Tell her we love her. Mwah. Bye.